If you can't be profitable with a $50 account or a $100 account, I promise you, you cannot be profitable even if I gave you $1 million. You will blow that money. That money will be lost in the market. You will blow $1 million. So today, traders, I just want to talk to you about how you can become a successful forex trader and actually see your losing days become less and less. Now, this is not a promise to everybody that you're going to become as profitable as you see people portray online. But I believe that if we take into consideration the things that I am going to talk to you guys about today, you will see an improvement in your trading and you'll be able to enjoy your trading journey. Now, how do we succeed in trading? Now, there are so many misconceptions when it comes to trading. Many people think that when you come into trading with a strategy that wins like 90%, 70%, 80% of the time, then you will become profitable. Some other people talk about psychology and how important it is in your trading. And some people talk about capital. Some people think that when you have like say $10,000, $100,000, that is when you become profitable and successful. But those are all misconceptions. I'm here to explain to you the exact steps that you need to take in order to become a profitable or a successful trader. All right, so let's talk about the first thing. The first thing that you need to get clear out of your mind is about strategy. Now, a strategy is very important when it comes to trading. But a strategy does not have to be the pivot point within your trading. It does not have to be the central point in your trading. Yes, having a good strategy can really contribute a lot towards your success in trading. But over the years, I have seen that even if you give a trader a strategy that works, for example, like my one candlestick strategy, it works. It does work. It doesn't have a 100% win rate, but it has a win rate that is above 50%. And that is already enough for you to actually succeed in trading. If you give, for example, 2 or 3 traders the same strategy, you'll find that trader A can be a successful trader using that strategy, trader B can be break even, and then trader C can completely lose, right? Can continue being a loser even when you have a strategy that works, right? So why does this happen? That is what we need to investigate so that you can know why having a strategy alone does not help you. Some of the traders that you see on YouTube are making it, showing you this and showing you these expensive cars, watches and all that. The money that they actually make does not only come from trading, it also comes from the services that they provide, the signals, the courses, and the one-on-one mentorships and all that. I also do provide these services, and it's not bad to have those extra services so that you can make an extra income online. That is not bad, and that does not mean that the person who's providing signals and all that is a scammer. No, what that means is that that person has increased on their income streams. Now, for you, a trader who is not like on YouTube or on social media, you may look at that and you think, okay, when I get into trading, I will start making money just exactly the way these guys are making. Yet you don't know that by those people having, for example, a YouTube channel like mine here, or having an influence online, that creates extra sources of income. So sometimes maybe you'll see a trader showing you like he has maybe bought a car of $100,000. Then you start thinking that that trader actually did make all that money from trading, and that drives your psychology crazy, and you start thinking that you can flip an account quickly to make that kind of money and live that kind of lifestyle. That is a wrong way to go. All right, so back to the strategy. How do you make a strategy work for you, and how do you succeed using a strategy? When you get a strategy that has a win rate of 40% and above, you can actually be a successful trader. Now, don't raise your hopes yet, right? Don't raise your hopes yet. What you need to understand here is risk to reward ratios play a very big role when it comes to trading strategies, right? You can get a strategy that has, like, for example, a 70% win rate. All you need is just a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio to be able to be successful in trading, to make profit, right? Because you'll win 70% of the time. And then there are some strategies that have just, like, for example, a 40% win rate. with that strategy that has a 40% win rate, you have to accommodate the wins by increasing on the risk to reward ratios, right? So that you can accommodate more wins, right? More winning trades in terms of dollar value, right? And also when you have a strategy that has, for example, 30% win rate, you can still be profitable, right? All you have to manage is your risk to reward ratios. So when it comes to strategy, you have to understand how much you are risking versus how much you are going to lose. This is where trading psychology comes into play in your mindset. This is what makes the difference between a trader that is going to be successful and a trader that is going to continue losing, right? With the same strategy and given to two traders, you'll find that trader A might have a different mindset from trader B and from trader C, right? They will use the same strategy, take the same setup, but then the way they think when they are within the trade is what makes either of them successful, right? And the other continue in their losing path. Now, how do you manage this psychology so that you can actually succeed with a strategy that has a good win rate? Let's say 50%. How do you succeed? You have to have your mind set properly. You have to go into every single trade with a goal. Don't just take trades randomly thinking that, okay, I'll take this and just take the profit. No, come into the trade with a goal in mind, right? Have a goal set. For example, if you have, let's say you have a $500 account, right? Come with a goal. Come with your mind already made up. Say, okay, I'm going to make $100 from this trade. Why are you making the $100, or why are you looking at making only $100? Maybe you have a bill to pay, you want to use that money to do something else, or something else is bothering you that you actually want to solve with that $100. So you know that when I get this $100, I'll have some of these things that I actually want to do sorted out. So you already have a reason why you want that $100 from the market. So when you come into the market, have a reason why you want to take profit at a certain level. So after you have your mind made up, it will be very easy for you to manage the trade, either take profit or allow the trade to continue trailing as you take more profit. But for example, if you come as a trader without a plan, you just come, you set a trade, you put in a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. You don't know why you're putting in the 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. That is why when the trade moves in your direction, you start manipulating the trade. You start moving your stop loss, you start moving your take profit, you start adjusting this and that because you don't have a solid plan and you did not have a plan before you came to take the trade. So that is the part that makes a difference between somebody succeeding and somebody continuing to lose. Now, that is how you combine psychology and your technicals, like the strategy itself. Now, let's talk about capital. I want to clear out this misconception also. Many people think that when they trade with, for example, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, that is when they succeed. But the truth is, if you cannot be trusted with little things or small things, there is no way you can be trusted with big things. This is in the Bible. This is quoted in the Bible. If God cannot trust you with something small, don't expect that He will trust you with something big. It's the same thing in business. Even at your workplace, like where you're working, if you're doing a 9 to 5, don't expect your employer to give you the position of a manager if you cannot manage your small desk where you're working. If you cannot excel at what you're doing at your junior level, don't expect to be promoted to a managerial position. Same thing in trading. If you cannot manage a $100 account and grow it slowly by slowly, make like $20 a week from it, make like $30 a week from it, make even $10 from it a week. If you make $10 in a week, that is just a relative amount. Let's talk about when you have like $1,000, right? You will have made $100 a week. That is 10% of $1,000. And then go a step further. Let's say $10,000. It means you'll have made $1,000 that same week. If you had $100,000, you will have made $10,000 that same week. So these account sizes are just relative, okay? They are relative. So all you have to think about is not how much capital you have. You have to think about the percentage of profit that you can make or percentage of the loss that you're willing to take. That is how you look at it. Don't look at the account size. Now, myself, I'm trading with some prop firms. In fact, you can go check out Leveraged. It's a good prop firm that I'm using to trade right now. I'll leave the links in the description of the video so that you can just go and get started with $8.88. You can get started with that. Trading prop firms has taught me a lot. It doesn't mean that when I am successful trading my personal account, I'll be successful trading prop firms. Doesn't mean that. I've personally taken out withdrawals from different prop firms, but I have also breached many accounts. I've lost many accounts. My most recent trades on Leveraged, the account I was trying to trade, I actually breached it. I'll give you an update in another video how that happened. This happens even if you are successful in trading. You don't have to pretend or think that you are somebody who is infallible or somebody who does not lose in the market. There is no such a thing. Everyone can lose and everyone can become profitable. What makes the difference between profitable traders and traders that continue losing continuously is the way you set up your mind and how you organize yourself. So as you're trading with small capital, learn to manage that capital. Get a strategy that works, like the one candlestick strategy. After you've got that strategy, have your mind set very well, all right? For example, when you're coming into a trade, come into a trade and say, I have this target. For example, if you have $100, you say, I'm targeting $10, right? Once you get that $10, close your computer, close your phone, get out of MT5, come back the next day. Have that plan and continue following that consistently, and you'll see consistent results. It doesn't mean that when you're consistent, you're not going to be having losing days, losing weeks. You'll have losing days, losing weeks. Like for example, on my Signals channel, we also have days when we lose. There are some losing weeks, but then there are some weeks when we really get a very good winning streak. So that happens in trading. But what sets us apart is that we continue trading the same way and continue being consistent. Now, when you're consistent with a small account, then you can be trusted with a big account. You can be able to trade $1,000, $10,000, $20,000, and so on and so forth. If you can't be profitable with a $50 account or a $100 account, I promise you, you cannot be profitable even if I gave you $1 million. You will blow that money. That money will be lost in the market. You will blow $1 million. Okay? Or you will freeze because you will see that money is so big, right? So I want you to think not about how much capital you have, but have a relative thinking. Think about the percentage growth, not, and I repeat, not the account size, right? Now, the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about as I close this video, and I believe this video is going to be helpful to you if you understand what I'm saying. If you understand what I'm saying, comment down below. Let me know what you're struggling with. Let us all share in this video, all right? So the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is how you put it all together. How do you put all these things together to really succeed in trading? Now, I want you to think about trading as a business. Think about it as a business, okay? When you come into trading, the first thing that you're going to do is come to trading with a plan. For example, come into trading to get school fees, come into trading to get capital to increase on your maybe business. You have a grocery store and all that, you want to add more money into it. Come into trading with a plan. What do you want to use the money for, or what do you want to use the profits that you're going to get from the forex trading for? Where are you going to invest that money? Come into trading with that in mind first, okay? After you've come into trading with that, you know, okay, I want to get money to build a house or buy a cow, something like that. That is your plan, right? Then when you come into trading, the next thing you're going to do is get a strategy that works. It doesn't have to win 100% or 70% or 80%. You just need a 50% win rate. The one candlestick strategy can help you with this. I have made so many videos on the one candlestick strategy. You can go and check all of them out, watch and then practice, all right? Put into action what you learn in the videos, all right? After you've learned the strategy, have your mindset connected to your plan, your initial plan. For example, if you want to buy a car, you have that car in mind, right? Have that mind set to that initial plan. So start to take trades based on that plan. For example, if the car costs, say, $10,000, you know, of course, that you have to put in some money. There's some capital required for that. For example, you start with $1,000. When you start with $1,000 and your plan is to make at least 10% every month, which is going to be like $100, how long is it going to take you to make the $10,000? So you have to put all those things, write them down, and then have that in your plan. And then as you're trading, you have to keep on taking profit out of the market and saving it for that initial plan, right? So that is how you put everything together. That will help you when the trade is running. For example, if the trade is running and it has reached like $150 and you see signs of reversal, according to your plan, you can close the trade at $120, $130, withdraw it, save it somewhere, and then continue trading. Have your initial plan in mind as you're trading. That will help you with your psychology. Don't look at what other people are doing. For example, if you see an influencer online showing you this and this, don't look at that. Look at your initial plan, all right? And then continue being consistent. Don't look at the money that you have. Look at the percentage growth. Guys, I don't want to make this video very long, right? But if you want me to do like a detailed video on just this part of trading psychology that can help you to be a more successful trader, comment down below. Guys, share this video. I really want to see you guys getting engaged with the videos. So far, I have seen that the videos are not getting so much attention like they used to be because you guys are not liking the videos, you're not sharing them. I would like you to do that. Share the videos, like the videos, go and join my free Telegram. If you want VIP signals, you can also join them. The link is in the description. Also get the indicators that I use for the one candlestick strategy. Go and support me there on the MQL5 marketplace. You'll get those indicators for life. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this will help you out with your psychology and in your journey of trading. We'll catch each other in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace and out.